I'm a bit behind this week as a result of my work on my other channels, Analysis Daily, with a video on analysis in the anime community. You should go give that a look. As well as No Children, where I act like a complete bastard. And if you enjoy seeing me react poorly, you should give that a look. This week's podcast features Paleo, one of the founders of the Brawny analysis community, with co-hosts Okizeme, the Burning Donut, Toon Kritic Y2K, and Brawny Buck respectively. If you're going to Windy City Con in Chicago, you may well run into myself, Y2K Toon Kritic, Paleo, and many other big stars such as Saber Spark, I Love Kim Possible a Lot, and Josh Scorcher. I love you all and hope to see you very soon.
Is it still like that?
Yeah.
I thought I changed it back to my to my normal picture. Gosh darn. Yeah,
it is normal. It's probably because you maybe added.
Yeah, well, that's entirely possible. and I hope so. Yeah, every now and then I find a funny face that I like and I put it up there. I just got done watching the new Bronies react, and he had a few choice faces.
Yeah.
And so did I.
Hey, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds beautiful.
All right, hang on. I
How's your day going, Paleo?
Pretty good. Haven't been doing much. Just went to town to the post office, and that's about it.
Somebody say something.
Something.
Hello?
Hi there.
Oh, jeez, it's not recording everyone else. Peachy.
I am a mother pheasant plucker. I pluck mother pheasants. I am the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker to ever pluck a mother pheasant.
That's adorable. Yeah, some reason it's not picking up everyone else.
Well, I guess mine will do.
Shall I continue to test it with obnoxious alliterations until we get it right?
No, you may not.
You got major, general one, the English one. I forget how it goes.
Oh, no, I actually never bothered to learn that whole thing. And actually I might have, but I definitely forgot it. I got up to, I am the very model of a modern major general, but
wait, here we go.
My specialty is the V for Vendetta speech.
This is FNGR. Welcome you all to Limbo Podcast, joined by the following co-hosts: Brawny.
Greetings.
Okizeme.
Hello.
The Burning Donut.
Hey!
Toon Kritic will join us in a minute. And this week's King of Limbo, Paleo.
Hello.
Alright, now I have a series of questions, but I'm willing to surrender the floor for any of the co-hosts who'd like to lead out. That's a no. Alright, did you have a channel before your current one, the PaleoSteno one?
Yeah, I did. It was also called PaleoSteno, but then I also had a channel before that. That was like way before, back in 2006, when YouTube was like first starting. But then I didn't really make videos regularly until like 2011. And then I made the new channel in 2013. So that's the one that I've been using for the past couple of years.
Is there any reason you moved on, or...?
For the first one, I just wanted to like start fresh for the first new channel. And then for the second one, it was because my previous channel got a copyright strike.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's like a whole big thing that's going on right now about the where's fair use thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was afraid for my channel, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to start a new channel and just forget this channel because it's going to take a long while before it gets back into good standing. So it's in good standing now, but I don't use it for anything.
Oh, are there any old videos on there you're proud of, maybe?
There might be a couple there, but they're not on there anymore because like I deleted a lot of them. So I have them on my computer, but I don't have them uploaded there.
That's unfortunate. You ever considered possibly putting those behind like a wall, maybe for patrons or something like that?
Maybe, but I'm not too sure because when I look back at them, I'm like, wow, these are terrible. So
how have your opinions changed since you started as a content creator?
How have my opinions changed?
Yeah, like let's say like how you've dealt with YouTube, or you're like when you started off, like how do you what are your stances on like things like that, like when you got into it, when you got inspired into creating videos?
I'm not exactly sure because I'm not sure like what I thought was bad before. So
well, was there different motivations as it came along?
Oh, different motivations?
Yeah.
Oh, I think before I was just like screwing around with making stuff. Like I made some like terrible music videos on my old channel. That was the 2006 channel. So I never really had a direction. But then when I started making stuff more regularly in 2011, I tried to be a bit more consistent with what I was doing. And then now I've been trying to be more consistent than I've ever been. And I still have a little bit trouble with it, but I still think that like consistency is probably the best thing you can try to do.
What made you want to get serious about it?
I don't know. I guess just watching other YouTubers, because I watched like Black Nerd Comedy a lot. Like I saw that he started doing it a lot more regularly, so I was like, maybe I can do that.
Are there any other inspirations or role models that you'd cite for that?
AVGN was one of them, like one that I first started watching like way back before, like even on YouTube.
I heard
I
his
think of who else.
original channel just went down recently.
His original one?
Well, there was a channel he was affiliated with, I think, that went down.
Oh.
You knew something about that, right?
You mean Cinemassacre?
No. He was affiliated with the channel. It's the one game channel associated with the guy that got the
Attack?
Game trailers?
Yeah, I think he had.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that like the entire website. Yeah, I used to actually post videos
yeah.
on that website.
Those are the good old days, watching like all the countdowns and stuff.
Yeah, I really like their retrospectives.
What actually
Those were
happened
pretty
there?
cool.
But I know a little bit about it, but like, are you tuned in on that at all, or any thoughts?
I think it's just because people just stopped going to the website because everything moved to YouTube for video content. It's kind of happened to a lot of different like game sites that were more focused on videos. They just went to YouTube rather than having their own thing.
Do you have a current favorite fandom?
Favorite fandom?
Telling you right now, it's not the Bronies.
Hey, I wasn't going to ask him.
I don't know what my current favorite one is.
Well, I know you're a fan of here. We'll go to something else. You're a fan of like say Rick and Morty or BoJack Horseman.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty is great. And I
Oh,
love Rick.
that reminds me. Paleo. I usually have this tradition where I show the thumbnail for the podcast at a time. I don't think I've shown you this. You don't mind taking a look, do you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yes, and file. I hope you appreciate this. My artist took some liberties. I think
See.
Toon's already seen
Oh,
this.
that's never a good sign.
Oh my god, that's great.
Or I'll send you a copy too, Brony, just for the hell of it. Okay, I believe Donut and Toon's already seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have. It's pretty cool.
Is there a new season that you're still like looking forward to? Since I know that BoJack's got a year, and then Rick and Morty's got like a year and a half.
Yeah, actually, one show that I got into was Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Oh, good pick.
Yeah,
Heck
and
yeah.
that's coming back in March, I think. I'm not sure.
Is it their second season now, or
Yeah, so it'll be their second season.
is there a situation on YouTube that you wish you'd maybe handled differently now that you have more experience under your belt?
I kind of wish I didn't move channels because, like, if I just waited for a while, I could have had all of my old audience, and I have almost as much as what I had before. Just the fact that like I had that copyright strike, it just kind of scared me into making another channel and then deleting everything. And so I just kind of wish I kept that channel and just waited the 6 months. But I wanted to do something then.
Do you know
So
what the copyright strike was a result of?
for one of my reviews, it was one of the Hasbro strikes. It was on a couple of videos. I can't remember which ones it was, but I think it was the big video that I had that was like 46 minutes or something like that. But it had a lot of like footage of the show.
Is that why you've recently started doing mostly like video reviews and stuff rather than like actually showing clips, or is that?
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason I only use screenshots. It hasn't always worked because I still do have 2 copyright notices, not like strikes or anything. But
Well, third parties just mean that they take the ad revenue.
yeah, it's on one of the pony videos for I think Winter Wrap Up, like the first episode when I was like doing my series of like looking back at different episodes, and I just kind of stopped doing that because I kind of lost a little bit of interest. I still do watch the show and everything, but I just don't have much to say about it anymore.
Okay.
And the other one was on a review of Interstellar. For some reason, the thing is, it didn't only happen to me. It also happened to Tommy Oliver on his video about Interstellar. And the thing is, he doesn't show anything on there. It's just a screenshot the entire video. So
Wait, was it third party, or did you get an actual strike?
yeah, it was a third party, like a copyright notice. So I just ignore that video because it doesn't really get that many views anymore anyway.
So what inspires you about a movie or a cartoon or something that you would review? What usually is the trigger that makes you say, okay, I've got to make a video about this?
Pretty much anything animated as far as a movie goes. Because I try to watch every animated movie that comes out in a year, which
Yeah.
I've been doing since 2014. I almost got every animated movie in 2014, but I got everyone in 2015 except for 2 that were very limited releases. And one is actually coming out this year, which is The Little Prince.
Yes.
Yeah, for North America, at least.
Is there
but
something about... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there something about animated movies that you prefer over, say, live-action movies or something like that?
Yeah, I guess it's just like I like the work that goes into animation, and it's just like really visually interesting. I mean, I still do love a lot of different live action movies, but I just like tend to lean towards animated movies.
Are you a hand-drawn enthusiast, or is there a specific style you're big on?
I like all kinds of styles. I do like hand-drawn. I wish there were more hand-drawn movies, but I like CG as well and stop motion and everything.
Is there a particular favorite animation studio you're keen on, whether it be Disney, DreamWorks, Pixar, or maybe something from overseas?
Yeah, I do like Pixar. I like Laika is a really good stop motion studio. And then there's this one, I'm not sure if it's studio or it's just the director, because I forgot his name, but he did Wolf Children, Summer Wars, and The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
Yeah.
And those are like really great anime films.
I have a question. What do you think is easier to review, a TV series or a movie?
I think a movie for me, mainly because when I see it, I can just go ahead and write down the things that I like or disliked about it. And for a TV series, it's either I have to like remember a lot of specific things about an episode because usually when I do TV series videos, I'm kind of vague with what I say about it. And also, I find it harder to do single episode reviews. That's why I just started doing like quick thoughts where it's sort of more rambly than my regular videos.
If you could steal one person's talent, who would it be and why?
Easily, Pan Pizza, because his editing is amazing.
Nice.
I'm still waiting for the day when someone steals someone's talent. I could never.
Oh, that would be terrible. Are you one of those, what's your stance on the whole anime and cartoons being separate things thing?
Like how so? Like people say that like anime isn't a cartoon or...
there's a lot of people that like insist that like cartoons and anime be put into separate categories because of, they're not technically the same medium supposedly. And are... Because, well, in my opinion, I believe that cartoons and anime are pretty much the same thing. It's just they come from different countries. But like, there's a big uproar of like all kinds of people having an argument over whether or not, whether or not like the Jetsons should be brought up in the same category as Kill la Kill, for instance.
That's like saying
That's a big stretch.
That's like saying that Russian and French animation isn't regular animation because it's from a different country. So, yeah, I think that's dumb.
So you expressed an interest in The Incredibles. Was there anything that you would have really changed to make that better, or were you happy with the overall product?
I am pretty happy with it. Like, after rewatching it a couple of times, I don't think I really changed much about it. Yeah.
Watching that movie, I was a little disturbed by the fact that the kid had the highest body count.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Did you find that out on your own, or is that on like CinemaSins or something like that?
No, when I was watching the movie, even for the first time back when it came out, I'm like, is it just me, or did the kid kill like 10 people this movie?
Well, you'd think the kid would probably
It's kill or be killed in that sort of situation. You can't really fault the kid. I mean,
I don't fault the kid,
stuff.
but I was expecting like Mr. Incredible to have the body count, or perhaps even Elastigirl or something like that. But no, the kid was tricking other people into cutting up their comrades and making them crash into walls, and he just, by the end of that one scene, he had like 10 people down, and it just tripped me out because I'm not used to seeing that kind of thing.
I want to see Brawny's review for The Incredibles now.
Brawny's morally disturbed review of The Incredibles.
I just imagine he goes in all happy-go-lucky and he looks mortified by like the end of that scene.
I've always been really sensitive to that kind of, to like people getting killed in movies, so it sticks with me. Hey, is it true that they came out with a sequel to that movie?
Soon.
Yes.
Soon. Okay,
but we're getting Cars 3 before it.
Oh, for God's sake! Cars didn't need to be made in the first place.
I rewatched that last night because I'm doing a video on that this week, and like there's so many. I wrote down so many questions I have about that movie because like the universe doesn't make any sense. Why are there tire track clouds in the sky? They have planes.
Yeah, well, there was a spin-off movie too, wasn't there? Called
Planes.
It's called Planes. So, like, they have planes. It doesn't make sense that their clouds look like tire tracks. Why is that a thing?
Well, and then also, it's like, why are they raising farms of tractors? I mean, do they eat the tractors?
The tractors have metal udders.
Do the cars tractors? What's going on here?
Oh, Jesus.
And the moral of the story, children, is don't do acid.
My question is, how do cars reproduce?
Yeah, that's You know, when they like when they die, do they go to the dump in like Brave Little Toaster and they sing "Worthless"?
God, no.
Oh man.
That would be hilarious, though.
Oh, Paleo never changed. What conventions do you currently go to?
I'm not going to be going to many this year, mainly because I'm just trying to save some more money. But the one that I'm definitely going to is MLP MSP, because I've gone to that one the past couple of years, and a lot of my friends go there, so I'm going to go to that one.
Do you have any amusing con stories you care to share?
Oh boy.
Because I think I could be wrong. I'm almost positive. I think Jay Holler mentioned hanging out with you in Saber Spark at one time. I was like, there's got to be something.
Yeah, I mean, mainly the stories come from Saber, and he usually like tells them. I haven't really had any where like.
It's okay. You don't have to answer. We can skip it.
Yeah.
Any perils with like travel? Like, I don't know, like getting stuck in a state maybe a day extra longer. You have to be kind of really careless to have that happen.
Oh yeah, I did miss my flights from San Diego. This was back before like the whole Brony fandom thing. This was in 2010, like even before the show aired.
Going or out there or going to?
It was going back home from San Diego.
Were you able to get accommodations, or did you have to sleep at the airport?
Yeah, I knew some people there in San Diego, so I stayed at their apartment. And then because the thing is, like, the reason I missed my flight was because there was construction outside of the airport, so there was like a ton of traffic going in. So I missed my flight because of that, and a lot of people missed their flight because of that. A lot of people were angry.
And I could
Snow is
imagine.
also the worst enemy.
That's why I never ever go anywhere that's not within walking distance of an airport. But that's just a trick I picked up.
I was just busting Toon's balls. He got stuck out in New York and extra.
Yes, I'm aware. I picked up on that pretty quickly, sir.
So, one of my peers, Brony Dev, asked, what interests you about dolphins?
One thing when I first got into them, like when I was like 12 years ago now, when I first got into them, I was really fascinated of how like alien they are compared to other mammals, because like other mammals are similar to us in that, you know, they have hair, they have like a similar structure as far as skeletal structure, and for dolphins and whales it's like completely different, yet they're still mammals, and it's just like so alien to me. And I find like their intelligence also fascinating, and how well they can learn things. That's like I loved like interacting with them when I was out in California. And because my mom used to live in California, so I'd travel there a lot. And there was
No, go ahead.
Oh, there's this one whale and dolphin watching cruise there. It's called Captain Dave's Dolphin Safari. If anybody's in like Dana Point, California, you need to go on this, because they have a catamaran where the left bow, it has a place where you can go underneath the bow and you can see like whales and dolphins.
Wow.
Like through behind this glass. It's really cool.
I've seen. Well, I don't think I've ever done anything that similar, but the closest I've gotten to that is the Myrtle Beach Aquarium. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I have been there.
I thought he was going to say the Red Lobster tank.
Oh my gosh! Why do you have such little faith in me?
I don't know.
No, well, have you ever been to the Myrtle Beach Aquarium?
Oh no.
That's an amazing sight. Check that out if you ever can.
Do you ever find yourself stressed out over personally imposed deadlines?
Yeah, kind of, because I miss them a lot, so I delay a lot of things. So I'm still trying to be good about that. I still put out as much as content as I can, but I feel like I'm not putting it out on time enough, which I'm trying to do better this year.
Is it like an OCD kind of thing, or
kind of? Mainly, it's just a procrastination problem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's the purpose for you for self-imposing a deadline?
I guess it's just so I can keep consistent with everything.
Okay, it's a self-motivation technique?
Yeah.
It has its ups and downs, honestly.
Yeah.
it becomes a nightmare if you put out 3 in a week?
Yeah.
What's your proudest video?
Currently, probably the Norm of the North video.
All right, I'm definitely going to include that in the
Really?
links in the description.
Yeah. The next video, I'm hoping, will be kind of like that, but it's not going to be as, like, relevant because it's going to be about cars, which has been out for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot more raw in that video as far as how I felt about the movie.
Was it because it was just that bad?
Yeah, it was really bad.
I've heard.
I could tell from a distance that thing was gonna stink.
I saw an advertisement for it once, and I'm like, Oh, this is gonna suck.
Did you
Yeah,
hear
originally
that
it wasn't-
intake of air? That was the ultimate cringe.
Originally, it wasn't actually supposed to come out in theaters. It was supposed to be direct to DVD, but they said, "Screw it, let's put it in theaters."
Did it make money?
Let me see how much it made actually, because
What movie? Cars? Or...
Don't.
No,
No.
North
no,
of the North.
North of the North.
Oh, North. Oh, wait. Okay, wow. I lost train of thought.
I believe-
Yeah, North of the North.
I heard she got
freaking-
suckered into that.
Yeah, she did, and she said it was one of the worst experiences of her life. I don't blame her. Like friggin' Paleo, you must be a lot braver than I, because not even I want to touch that with a foot, like a friggin' 10-foot pole or whatever.
Well, it looks like a pretty easy movie to be able to watch and be like, nope, this is bad. Don't like it. Stupid.
Yeah,
I was confused at first. I remember Tom leaving a comment on Twitter.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it.
Look at the related videos. It's like the people who like this also liked Titanic.
I'll tell you this: one of these movies sank.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
This is going to be interesting question to ask Paleo. So I know you've left the Brony reviewing community. Are you glad that you left with all the stuff that's been going on now?
I don't really keep up with it as much, but
But you were like one of the originals, like back
Yeah.
with Digibro and Golden Fox and Tommy Oliver.
I'm not really glad I left, but I'm not really sad that I left either. I'm just kind of neutral about it because I just kind of moved on my own, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this stuff now. So
That's probably the best way to go about it. Says you don't regret your time doing it, though.
yeah, I don't regret it at all.
That's good.
Cool.
Do you have any projects that took too long? Let's
I
go
don't
with the
know-
worst one then.
The worst one.
Yeah, the one that you just like. I just want it to be done. I don't want to look at it anymore.
No, well, one that did take too long was when this is not the worst one either, but it's when me and Saber were doing the Brony Chronicles. It took way too long to make. There were like so many delays, and I'm just glad that we were able to get it done.
I've got a question about the Brony Chronicles, if you don't mind.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
Why do you have such little faith in me?
What?
What?
I'm confused. What? Am I missing something?
No, it sounded like that. Oh God, was directed at me and my question. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm just being goofy. When the Brony Chronicles was getting made and coming out, that was like 2012 to 2014, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, we released the
Yeah.
first one in 2013, and then the part 2 in 2014.
Right. And I remember watching Brony Breakdown and hearing you guys talking about making it even before that. So there was a lot going on. That was a pretty active time for the fandom. Did you try to keep up with things that were going on in the fandom while you were making that documentary?
Yeah, because like the writing process was the one thing that took the longest.
And what was that like, trying to keep up with things, and how did you make your decisions of what you were gonna keep and get rid of?
We basically just went back and forth with each other, and then like showed our friends some stuff, and people that weren't like even in the fandom what they thought of it, and so that's how we kind of like, I guess, reviewed it with people, I guess.
That's understandable. Is there anything in there that you took out that you wish hadn't have been taken out?
I don't think so. I mean, there are some interviews that or more parts of interviews that I kind of think we should have left in, but it would have made it a bit more like redundant as far as stuff that was said.
You own a DSLR camera. Are you passionate about photography?
Oh no, it's not a DSLR.
I'm still.
Yeah, it's a Canon Vixia, which is like it's a camcorder.
Those are still really good, though.
Yeah.
What model is that?
Oh, it's over there on my tripod right now. It's I think it's an HFG10. I can't see it from this distance.
Oh, it's fine. I just.
Oh no. We need to know the exact make,
Yeah,
model, and number.
Yeah,
The
on
camera
this
nut
thing.
in here needs to know. No,
Yeah.
HFG10's the earlier models.
I was gonna open up the
Yeah.
door for Brawny here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a camera nut.
If he doesn't want to bother with it, here let's go on something here.
Yeah, HFG10. That is the one.
Oh, okay. We'll go with this then. What's the most expensive thing you've ever lost or broke?
I've ever lost or broke.
Yes, sir.
Thing is, I'm pretty careful with what I have.
Nobody wants a cadence. Come on, take some flaws.
Oh my god.
The only thing expensive that I lost was like a Game Boy Advance SP when I was like in 15 or something.
Oh, that's still what a bit.
Yeah, I think I lost it in a move somewhere.
What do you want to see in the next Star Wars movie? The one that comes after Force Awakens.
Like the next episode or
Yeah,
Rogue One?
the next movie in the line. 8, so to speak.
Okay, 8. I think I'd like to see a bit more of Finn's backstory as far as like how he became a stormtrooper. Like I'd hope to see like some kind of flashback of that. But
I really hate to be the buzzkill there, but I have not seen the movie yet.
Oh, okay. No, we could. Well, I won't
Yeah.
be a jerk to anybody who hasn't seen it.
I do deeply apologize for being behind the times of the current culture.
No, I totally
That's
understand, and I won't ruin Star Wars.
yeah, don't worry. I haven't even seen Avatar yet.
Oh,
You're not missing
The Last
much.
Airbender or the movie?
No, the movie, the movie that's made the most money ever.
Oh, okay, that one.
It's
No,
really
okay.
nothing worth seeing.
I almost said
Yeah.
you mean the U-Bowl one. I mean the one from the What a Twist.
It's Pocahontas crossed over with Halo 3. That's really about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much
I
it.
thought it was Fern Gully.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
No. Fern Gully is that one movie that came out. What was it, like Epic or whatever? The one thing the movie was not.
Well, I don't remember
Epic was
Fern Gully, or I don't think
okay.
I've
Come
seen
on
it, so I
now.
can't make that comparison.
Then
I
the
s-
movie should have been called Okay.
I saw it in the
the.
I saw it in the dollar show. I got my money's worth.
Okay, sure, all right.
What's your favorite drink, Paleo?
Sundrop.
What's that?
Nice.
It's a soda.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So have you ever done the drop it like it's hot dance?
No.
You're cut off. Go in the corner.
I'm sorry.
How do you cope with stress?
I go outside usually.
Take note, kids.
Yeah.
You see, I tell people
if
to
I'm
do
super
that all
stressed,
the
I'll just
time,
go
and they
outside.
call me crazy. So I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Well, you're crazy, but that's unrelated.
How dare you?
Somebody
Um,
asked me, there's this crazy allegation going around. How do you feel about Dusk's Dawn? I've heard that you've had something to do with that, or... Yeah, I've had a couple of crazy friends like, no, Paleo's in Dusk's Dawn. I was like,
Is that crappy animation?
yeah! People
Yeah.
swear
Oh, okay.
that you're in that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I remember somebody asking me if like they could use my like OC in a video. I was like, sure, whatever. And then I saw it. I was like, oh god.
Paleo sends
I've
us
made a
an
terrible
So,
mistake.
like that was like
What have I
how
done?
many years ago was that? Was that in 2012?
That
That
was
was a long time ago, yeah.
that was early 2012. Yes,
Okay, yeah.
The wind is so hard and pushing.
that musical number was the best. Definitely Mando Pony's best work.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's something we can't forget. Mando Pony was in that animation too, doing the music. Paleo, is there any sort of project that you've had that you really wanted to do, but for whatever reason had to cancel or wasn't able to do it, and you kind of wish you could?
I guess the latest Bronies React, because I was going to be in it, but I just wasn't feeling it this time around. I was like trying to record something, but I was like, oh, I don't know what to say.
Oh, that
Like, 'cause-
season 5 finale not doing
Yeah.
it for you?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I
understandable.
did really like the finale, but I just didn't have. I feel like I react better to the Equestria Girls movies. So
You definitely
And-
have some interesting comments during those, that's for sure.
I've noticed that. That's a weird thing about people who get burnt out in the series seem to enjoy the movie more.
Yeah.
You have any...
well, no, it's not that I enjoyed the movie more. I did like the the season 5 finale. It's just that I didn't feel like I could react like better to that than I can with the Equestria Girls movies.
Well,
Yeah,
that
it's
can
just
be a problem with reviewers. Is every now and then we come across something that we don't mind or that we like in such a way that
It's like,
we just don't really have anything to say about it.
Have you ever seen the Ruby series?
I tried watching it, but I just can't get into it. It's kind of like with me and Homestuck. I just can't get into that either.
No, that's cool. I just figured I'd ask.
Well, now I regret not making that Homestuck joke earlier.
Ah!
Like there was
might
an
have been a bit cross
opportunity,
if you'd
and
have
I
busted out on Paleo. Jesus.
there was an opportunity. It's sort of an inside joke, so I'm sorry about that, Paleo. But basically, every now and then I make Homestuck jokes on the guests here, and there was an opportunity earlier, and I just decided not to, and now I'm having regrets.
Oh, it's...
Shame.
Well, here, Paleo. If you can't answer this one, it's in the minority, anyways. Do you have a favorite book or author?
I do like H.G. Wells.
Oh, you're already in the top shelf here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Glad you finally got a cold. If you could meet one person based on like their YouTube channel, who would it be and why?
Probably,
Say donut. Do it. Say donut.
I was gonna say JonTron.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's Cat Icarus for me personally.
Yeah.
I'd meet Caddy. He's solid.
Oh yeah, and also these guys called the Game Chasers. They basically go around the country just looking for retro video games. Their show's really well produced, and they just seem like a lot of fun.
What's your preferred genre for gaming?
Platformers usually, they're my favorite.
Nice.
Any specific title that leaps out at you?
Lately, I've been replaying Shovel Knight, so I love that.
Nice.
So you're a big Steam nut.
Yeah.
That's always good.
What's your character's name on Shovel Knight?
Oh, I just like name it usually Paleo and stuff like that.
Cool.
Because they don't actually call you by the name in Shovel Knight anyway. So
Do you have a favorite animated character?
man, that's really hard because I do like a top 7,
Tell you what, just mention top 3, no order.
top 3 no order.
Yeah, just
You won't be quizzed on it, I swear.
just like characters you like, you know. No one's gonna be like, oh, he said in this podcast he liked this character, but like we know he likes that character.
Yeah, no, you're good. Just a general vibe for your tastes.
Crap, because there's too many.
Oh, tell you what, let's do it the other way. What's your least favorite animated character then?
My least favorite?
Yes.
Or
Oh,
least
man.
favorite animation if you don't want to do least favorite animated character.
My least favorite animation, as far as like animation ever, is this thing called Kiara the Brave, and it's in other countries it's called Super K, which they have a song in it that they sing Super K, but it sounds like super gay.
Look
And
up Super
it's-
K. That will
yeah.
be in the annotations of this video.
Yeah, but it's also called Kiara the Brave for the States, and it was trying to be like the ripoff of Brave when that was around, but it's the most horrible animated movie I've ever seen.
Is it
And
just
that's-
on the animation or?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
God.
everything. Like it's worse than everything I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot because I've seen Northern North and Food Fight.
Oh God, it certainly doesn't look very good.
Well, Toon, if you ever want to do Let's React.
Oh, trust me.
Jesus.
There's quite a few movies recently that I want to do Let's Reacts to. I think after sitting through Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, I think I've hit near the bottom. That was a slap in the face for any good wrestling fan, I think. And Scooby-Doo fan, whatever.
Was it like a whole bunch of, hey, look, it's our friend, the world famous John Cena?
That's pretty much exactly what it was.
Ah,
John
I
Cena
took
lifted
that.
up a boulder and threw it off a cliff.
Oh, Paleo, are there any other fandoms that you've made, the friends that you have, the same that you'd say is like Pony? Because you have a couple of ties in there, like Tom and, just forgot his name,
Yeah.
Saber Spark. Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, my oldest friend that I still talk to is Matt, who is also DB Pony or Cookie Soup, and I actually met him in the furry fandom, like back in 2006. It's been like 10 years since we know each other now.
Nice.
How did you
So-
get into the furry fandom?
Basically, I tried to look up a site where I could post photos of like whales and dolphins that I've been taking pictures of while I was in California, and for some reason, Fur Affinity popped up.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, so that's how I found out about furries.
Oh,
What's
my.
that new furry
I'm so very
movie?
sorry.
What's that new furry movie that's coming out?
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
How do you feel about that? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about that. Like, there hasn't been like an anthro movie like that in a while, especially from Disney. So that'll
There
be
was a comic that someone made for that. It was like the Fox character from that movie was yelling on the phone, and then when he hung up the phone, it turned out his parents were Maid Mary and Robin Hood from the old
Yeah.
Disney.
yeah.
Nice. Well, I
Well,
can't
foxes
say it.
live a long time.
Yes, they
I can't
do.
say.
Are you excited for the Ratchet and Clank movie?
Oh yeah, I am. I actually got the collection recently on PS3, and I want to replay through the first two. I've never played this third one though, but I hear that was the best one as far
Do
as
you think
the
if
original ones.
Do you think if it does well, then like maybe the Sly Cooper movie, which is like currently in whatever production hell, and maybe even the Sonic movie will do well? Because if Ratchet and Clank does well, like review wise and like commercial wise, it may be like one of the first video game movies that's successful. You know?
Yeah, if it isn't Ratchet and Clank, it'll be Warcraft that does it.
I was about to say,
Um,
did you forget all about Warcraft too? You have
Yeah.
open that?
I'm not a Warcraft fan. So.
I'm not a Warcraft fan either, but I'm just
Well,
assuming-
Toon, I'm going to have to stop you right there because
Oh, boy.
there has never... Why do you have such little faith in me? That's called the rule of threes. Anyway, there has never been a good Sonic movie, so how are we so convinced that another one comes out it's going to be any good?
Maybe they'll put actual effort into it this
law of
time.
averages. It's a gambler's thing.
Well, that's usually the key to doing well.
You can't
Which
screw up
actually brings me into a good question for Paleo. How how much effort, like on a scale of 1 to 10, would you say you put into your videos?
At the moment, probably a 5. I feel like I'm not doing enough. But I do have a plan for this other series thing that I really, actually 2 more different series, but one of them is going to take a lot longer than the other one.
I see. Are you willing to share, or do you not want to jinx yourself?
I don't want to say anything right now because I'm not sure if like they'll actually work.
Possibly an ETA. You don't have to.
I know the first series that I'm doing, which won't take as long as the other one. I'll probably have the first episode of that out sometime in March. So
now here's a forward question for you, but I've found sometimes it can help someone if they can pinpoint exactly where they feel their weaknesses are. So if you think you're not putting the effort that you should be putting into it, where do you feel in any sort of aspect about making your videos could you use the most improvement?
Probably just expanding what I talk about, because usually when I make a video I write some notes and then I go off of those, but I feel like I'm not expanding enough as far as like writing down
what
things.
areas, like the type of media that you talk about, or how you analyze the media, or can you fill in the blank here?
Yeah, I guess about how I analyze it, as far as like talking about the characters, like the settings, pretty much anything about it. I feel like I'm not saying enough.
Okay, so you want to make more and deeper connections between the various aspects of the movie. Is that what you're saying?
You kind of want to go into like deeper analysis, basically.
That's admirable. I can't wait to see that when if you can get around to it.
We said around March. I'll keep an eye out for that though.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you have any like anime series you watch or anything, or is it like mostly like American cartoons?
No, I do watch some anime. A couple of anime shows that I'm keeping up with right now is one called Erased. Yeah, it's about this guy who's sort of I don't want to give away too much, but it's, let's just say the time travel's involved. So yeah, and there's also this other one called the short version of it is just called Grimgar, which sounds like a Transformer, but
actually I think there is a Transformer by that name.
Yeah, but there's one called Grimlock.
Actually would have came in handy the other day, Paleo. Me and Burning Donut got stuck on a call having to talk about time travel anime, and we're like,
and we're like racking our brain. Yeah, I mentioned
you
that
can't really have a time travel anime because
I was about to say, Brawny, you've never heard of Superbook?
Oh yeah.
I actually have no idea what that is.
Superbook is like it's like a Bible anime from like way back, probably before you were alive.
Yeah. Well, in the late 70s, early 80s, the Vatican commissioned Osamu Tezuka to actually make an anime that had Christian themes and morals in it. So he came up with Superbook, and it had a Superbook and a Flying House. And I can't remember how the series is related to each other.
That sounds insane. No, the only Christian Christian themed anime I know about was gosh, I forgot the name of it. I think it was Devil something. Anyway, this warrior nun made a pact with a demon that sucks away her life gradually the more she uses the full demonic powers of her familiar or whatever it was. And it was interesting at the beginning, and then they started like mixing Buddhism themes into it, and it started driving me up a wall.
Was it Warrior Nun Ariella?
No, it was not. It was Yes, that was it.
Okay.
You know that one, Paleo?
Chrono Cross, the video game?
No, there's an anime that has that. I remember seeing that thing for like the longest time and thinking, oh, is this like an anime adaptation?
I almost said Chronos Trigger, but I'm pretty sure that's an old video game.
This is unrelated. I know what he's talking about, sorta. I've seen the cover of it in like some
Online
video way back in the day.
Yeah, it was an old one. But yeah, I was gonna make a joke. You can't really have a time travel anime because when they get done with it and everything's resolved, and it never really happened in the first place.
Yeah. So one of my favorite anime does deal with time travel, though I guess it's kind of a spoiler for it. Anyway, like Madoka Magica is one of my favorite anime, and I love the movies too. Rebellion, which is kind of like takes a different turn, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I've had people drive me up the wall talking about Madoka Magica. So
what about
no? I'm just saying. It's like you made us watch like 8 episodes of BoJack Horseman, and we're like, wow, this is depressing.
I made you watch BoJack Horseman. You didn't
Yeah.
even get to the most depressing part yet, Donut. You're only in season 1.
And it was funny because like after that I finished up Madoka Magica, and I was like, you know what? It's very weird. I feel very much the same way after watching Madoka Magica as watching BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, I remember when I got through season 1. I'm like, that's really depressing. And Cider looks up and says, "You've seen nothing yet. You have no idea how depressing
that's
it gets
never
in
a good
season
sign.
2. I'm like, oh my god.
Paleo, what about manga? Are there any manga or comics in general that you read?
Not really. There are a couple of mangas that I want to read, that I have like on a plan to read thing on my anime list. And one that I actually did completely read was Parasite, which is an anime now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know about Parasite. Oh gosh, that whole concept creeps me out. I can't do it.
That's the point.
Yeah, like, because I read it back in like 2010, and then it had an anime last year, so I was like, oh, it took them long enough, because the manga was like back from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So
Is it still going on?
no, it's finished.
Okay, so tell me, how did it end? So I can go tell my friend who won't stop bugging me about it to just I just tell her I know how it ends. Stop talking to me about it.
It's like, give me a spoiler so I can ruin this guy's fun.
You know, I kind of forgot how it ended, but it's been so long since I read it.
No help to my nefarious plans.
Is there are you a big horror anime fan?
I want to watch more, because like a lot of the anime that I watch, that it tends to be my favorite, ends up being like really dark or violent. And because one of them I watched was Higurashi, or
When They Cry?
yeah, When They Cry.
Oh, love it.
And there's a lot of death in that. And there's also Elfen Lied, which
My man.
yeah, I love that one too.
I had a 10-year-old student recommend that one you were just talking about, When They Cry, to me, and I got through about a couple of episodes, and now I'm just wondering why the heck this 10-year-old knew about this anime.
Yeah, one I went.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It gets better as it goes along. Like I like the other stories because it kind of
Better in
It's-
what
it's-
way?
it's
And
sort
by
of
it,
an-
it resets. It's kind of like
Yeah,
Groundhog
it's-
Dog and retells the
it's-
story from other. Like,
It's based on a visual novel, so that's why it's like that, because it's sort of like an anthology of like doing the different choices throughout.
What are your
the
thoughts on like
visual novel.
adaptations from novels? Here, let me throw one at you. Have you ever heard the meme "Nice Boat"?
Nice boat.
Don't you get what I'm talking about?
Is that a recent one or an old?
Yeah, that
one?
is a recent one. I think it's School Days. You know what I'm
School
talking
Days.
about? I just
yeah,
had a couple.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either, but I just had enough people tell me about that. Where they're like at the end, they couldn't show the last episode, even in Japan, so you know it had to be screwed up.
Well,
Well, that sounds like that one show. It was about these two girls working for this evil, incompetent
Excel
supervillain.
Saga.
Thank you. Yes.
That's so weird. We were like just talking about that in another call.
Which one's that? Excel?
Excel Saga?
Oh, I love Excel Saga.
I remember watching. I watched that one out of curiosity. I think back in 2008, and I was just sitting there the whole time, like, why does this exist?
No, it's a
Oh,
parody,
come
man.
on.
It's a satire. It's
I'm sure it is,
Oh.
and I don't know. That's probably part of the problem there. Paleo. I'm curious. What are your New Year's resolutions?
it's been like a month and a half. since
It's like you're kind of late on the draw there, aren't you?
It's never too late.
What's
Um,
something you'd like to improve at? Screw the New Year's resolution, just off the top of your head.
Well, like I said in the beginning, like I want to improve on like consistency and just like doing more. I guess I feel like I'm not doing enough, so I just want to try to do more.
Is it force a habit now?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's the longest you could go without putting up a video in that case?
The longest I've gone without putting up a video
Recently, within the year.
within the year, about a week and a half maybe, but that's only due to the fact that my grandmother died. So
You monster.
You are dedicated.
Oh.
My word. I was about to say because of travel or something like that.
It's like, yes, I know my family member has died, but
No, don't
video up.
go anywhere into this donut. Let's walk away from that.
Huh?
All
I
right.
actually got a last question.
Go ahead.
What do you think makes a good reviewer in your eyes? Like, what are some necessary elements? Like the big, like other than like the usual ones. Like, what are like some ones that I guess are to your eyes, I should say.
one person that I always like sort of promote on my channel is a Jim Gisrael, which is he's a regular on the Pizza Party podcast as well as my podcast with the POS podcast. And for his videos, he's very knowledgeable about what he's talking about as far as like the studios and the directors and everything. He's really good at film history, and that's something that like I'm not very knowledgeable on, but I learned from him. I think that that's the main thing, is that you have to be at least a little bit knowledgeable about what you're talking about. So I try to learn like more about animation and everything for when I talk about animated stuff.
Oh,
How do you go about doing that? Do you talk to people, or do you do any kind of independent research?
Yeah, I just like read up on it, and then there's a couple documentaries that I watched too. Like a few documentaries based on, I guess, animation in general that I like to recommend is Waking Sleeping Beauty and a Pixar story, which is basically like the history of Pixar. And then Waking Sleeping Beauty is about the Disney Renaissance and what happened then. And then another one, a recent one, is I Know That Voice, which is about voice acting. Which that one's produced by John DiMaggio.
I know I got to get around to watching the documentary about Mel Blanc that I think it was called The Man of a Thousand Voices. I got to get around to watching that. I've had it on my watch later list forever.
Well, do you have a favorite voice actor?
I guess I do really like John DiMaggio, but I also like Billy West. He's pretty great. Oh yeah, Tom Kenny.
Not Mark Hamill? How dare you?
Not Scott McNeil? What a jerk. Oh.
Remember, it took me the longest time to find out that Luke was the voice of the Joker.
Oh yeah, Grey DeLisle's one too. Or Grey Griffin now.
Oh well, we're still cool as long as you didn't say Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, poor Seth. Anyways, Oki, do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
No.
Alright.
Okay.
You sure? You positive?
Yes, I'm positive.
Any of your usual questions you want to ask?
I think I see where you're trying to lead me.
No, we'll drop it. Nope, I'm cool. I didn't want you to feel like you got ripped off at all.
Oh, no.
Alright, cool. Groovy beans. Alright, Paleo, I loved having you on. This was amazing. This blew past my expectations. I thought you were a chill guy. I'd have you back anytime you want. Alright, gracias. I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's stop the recording.